With the school once again receiving provisional accreditation and with curriculum and tuition changes, Holmes says he expects enrollment to increase in the fall. Although the university has no plans to increase their financial aid packages, Anchudia says there are other sources of money for students if they look for it. Paying for college isn't going to get easier in the future. College tuition is expected to go up, and with the struggling economy, government grants are expected to go down. Thinking about going green? Well, the city of Laverne is making sustainable construction a priority for the future. I looked into a development that puts the planet first. Oak Grove Walk is a new housing development located off of Foothill Boulevard and D Street that includes 66 homes powered with solar panels. These homes allow the residents to use less electricity, water, and gasoline, which is good for the environment and their pocketbooks.
Oak Grove Walk is, it's something we take for granted with it, is its location. But its location was chosen specifically, again, to put people close to the services. The idea is to not sprawl, but to put things close.
At the University of Laverne, two of the newest buildings on campus are also sustainable. Both the Campus Center and the Vista Laverne Residential Hall earned LEED certification for the sustainable nature of the buildings, which features green technology and conserves energy. Experts say the Foothill community is leading the way for the rest of the Inland Empire.
It's very exciting to be living in the Foothill communities now in 2014. And it's exciting because places like Laverne and Claremont are really driving the conversation about sustainability in terms of energy and water resources.
Sustainable projects take more time and consideration to plan. The city of Laverne works with contractors for months before a project or building is developed to ensure that the projects follow specific principles that the city has established.
Very important is the Old Town Laverne specific plan. And this is a plan, for a master plan, if you will, a blueprint for the next 30 years. It will guide the future of what we do around the University of Laverne and around the Gold Line Station for the next 30 years.
The homes at Oak Grove Walk are so energy efficient they receive LEED certification by the U.S. Green Building Council. How was it growing up as being the son of a legendary Dracula that created the baseways for Halloween?
Well, Dad was easily recognizable, not only by his looks but by his voice. And so going anywhere with him always was an event. Because people would be drawn to him.
After suffering the largest defeat this season last game, the Lakers rebound and score a victory behind Chris Kamen's double-double of 28 points and 17 rebounds. Reporting from Staples Center, I'm Julian Andrews with CBS Sports. As for the Lady Leopards, despite an injury-plagued season, they still had a chance to control their own destiny. The women needed a win after a Cal Lutheran loss to clinch the fourth and final tournament berth. However, the Leopards were unable to take care of business, losing to Chapman 59-41 and found themselves on the outside looking in head coach Julie Shaw's first season at the helm. And the university men and women's basketball teams made a push to clinch a spot in the conference tournament. Despite the men reeling off 3 straight wins in the month of February and the playoffs within reach, they dropped their final 3 games, including 2 on their home court. The Leopards finished 10-15 overall and 7-9 in SCIAC, but senior Ron C. thinks this team has a bright future. Local high school basketball teams Damien, San Dimas, and Bonita are making their own runs into the CIF bracket. Nearly a year after Damien captured their first CIF title, the Spartans are ready to defend their crown. Head coach Matt Dunn reached a 100-win plateau this season and has built a powerhouse after his team recorded their 5th straight 20-plus win season. After moving up 2 divisions this season, Damien is playing in the CIF 1AA tournament for the first time. Their title defense started with a convincing 38-point win over Diamond Bar, but the Spartans stumbled against Great Oak, losing 71-65, sending Dunn back to the drawing board for next season. San Dimas entered the tournament as underdogs, but surprised South El Monte with a win and advanced to the second round to face St. Francis. But for the second year in a row, St. Francis knocked the Saints out of the CIF tournament. As for Bonita, they had another successful season under first-year head coach Mark Miller. The Bearcats finished the year 19-7. They entered the CIF 3AA tournament as a 12th seed in the second quadrant. Bonita finished an impressive first-round performance, defeating San Gorgonio by 20 points to advance. But there, La Mirada proved to be too much for the Bearcats, ending their season.